Hello, and welcome to Jarviskjir, Amelia's detective agency. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Oh, it feels naked without any background music right now. This feels dirty somehow.
Well,
I don't like it. Okay. I mean, of course, it's exactly the same for you, but for me, it's very different. For Chad, it's very different.
It's the same for me.
Yeah.
It's normal. Yeah.
I'm just imagining all these shows you just listen to complete silence. Just like noise cancelling on, no background music or anything.
Yeah.
Ugh, like a serial killer.
Yeah. I'm sorry, did you not know this about me?
There's a reason why I asked for your combat playlist, like, at some stage during the last campaign. I was like, just please, give me music.
I usually just have white noise at like max volume going while we play.
There's a meme I have to send you after this, but I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna send my memes after the show, unlike most people.
You cut out right as for us. You're like, I'm gonna be responsible.
I'm not allowed nice things. I'm not allowed nice things. And that's that. As everyone's doing okay, why don't we switch to William with the news real quick before we begin?
Hello. So as many of you know, Ollie, Josiah, and I have been working on a company for quite some time now called ARcII Entertainment. We have been making a product that we are actually very excited about because the Kickstarter for it launches this coming Friday, which actually, hold on, put that there. There is now the Kickstarter pre-launch page. You can go and follow that if you are interested in the project and you want to be notified when the Kickstarter actually goes live this coming Friday. It's very exciting. We're really, really excited. And so much so that I actually wanted to show you guys something a little special here.
Yes.
Some prototypes in the mail. And this is the box. Now, it's got some stuff in here, but I'm not going to show the stuff in here. Because
you're not allowed to see inside. That's very intimate.
That's a secret. I'm just going to slowly
You have to wait until Friday.
I'm going to close it. Going to just slowly open it. And no, sorry, I'm going to keep it closed.
That's really cool.
But this is the exciting news. We are currently prepping the final stages for this Kickstarter, and we couldn't be more excited. So go ahead and click that link, follow the project, and be notified when it launches because we are very excited. You can also follow us on social media for that. Of course, we'll be talking all about it there. Yeah, that's really the news. So back to you, Ollie.
Well, thanks for that, William. Well, why don't we just get right on stuck in with it? Don't you wish that every, local news show had a D&D segment? I mean, every hourly update, they switch.
Look, it would make it a lot better.
I would be down.
I'm not gonna lie. I want it to be the news anchors specifically.
It has to be. It has to be the weatherman, the news anchors, like the sports dude. They all have to have their characters. And they just play like 10 minutes and then it moves on.
They do one turn and
back.
This week's turn.
Last time was the first episode of Amelia's Detective Agency, actually. So if you didn't know what's going on, you might want to watch that. You might want to watch that. Episode 1. I usually don't care, but like episode 1, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go and watch it. You get to meet all these cast of characters that Amelia has hired to help with her detective agency to profit off the despair of others. The job that came in is to investigate a missing teen. And And you did a whole bunch of investigating last week. Looking... I was a real stinker. I gave you, like, one lead, and it just butterflied out. You went and investigated the church that he stayed at and helped out. Investigated... Found an orgy. The orgy was unrelated.
But no less important.
No less... Orgies are, in these trying times, are just as important. And eventually just yelled at a poor clerical college worker until she gave you the address of someone. They basically said, hey, go get an internship with this guy, and we'll bring you into the college, because the college is very important in Bastillion. And that was where we ended off. You had just yelled at this clerical person. You got the name of ASKII.
I don't know if yelled is the right word.
You might not have raised your voice, but you yelled, okay?
Yeah.
I think you'll find that what I did was got bored. And requested that we stop playing the political bullshit games.
Oh boy, you're gonna love living in Bastillion.
Yep.
A city run by the colleges.
Literally playing a character that left Bastillion for this exact reason and is now back. It seems good. Seems good.
It was fairly early into a day. You had got this meeting with the College of Conjuration and then just got this information, and that's what we ended off last time. So the question is, what do you guys want to do next? You have the address of this guy's office. It was given to you. What's the plan, team? As you leave the College of Conjuration and you step out into the streets of Bastillion, what is your dastardly plan?
Well, I imagine we should go investigate.
Yeah, I feel like we could gather more information about this guy beforehand and try to strong arm him into give us information. But honestly, I'd like to just confront him.
I like this plan.
Okay.
What time is it?
There's a sun. That's as far as you can work it out.
Yeah, I don't know what time it is. You kidding me? I never know what time it is.
Oh, it's like me.
Yeah.
Excellente. So you want to just follow the address? Yes? Yes, yes.
What could go wrong?
What could go well? It's a great way to start an episode. You know, you got a place, you're going to go to the place, that's fine. What could go wrong?
Bring a trap. Great.
So, we're gonna go ruffle some feathers. We'll play some achievement.
You're gonna go ruffle some feathies. Let's go. You follow the address. It's early in the day, so you have a lot of time to travel. But this office isn't far away, really. And I do mean office. This is not a residential area. This is an area that literally is being let out for offices. The streets are lined with little signs for, you know, lawyers for hire, locksmiths, things like that. Those kinds of places. But the address for ASKII's lab doesn't have one of those signs. Not every one of these doors has a sign, but this one doesn't. Immediately you notice a padlock on the door. Just straight up. This place is not open.
I'm going to knock.
Very sensible.
Yeah.
Very sensible. Why don't you give me a perception check?
I was very prepared for you to say dexterity saving throw.
Ooh,
It's a natural 20, my friend.
What a way to start a week, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah.
It means it's all downhill from here.
You on the door and sort of lean in to listen, not entirely expecting an answer. And you can hear, very quietly, deep within the room, you know, this is a Bastillion building. It's going to be just really stone all the way through. Very hard to hear things through, but you can hear what can only be described as skittering at the noise that you spooked some smallish creature. It kind of reminds you of like a rat or a big rat. Kate has probably encountered giant rats by now. That would be immediately your thought process, I think.
Rats? Maybe?
Are there any sort of like windows to look in?
Not on the ground floor, which of course is kind of a silly thing to say in Bastillion, but not on this floor. There is...
This floor.
Let me just check, actually. There is kind of like a half floor up, a small window. You know, one of those ones that's not really to look out of, but more to just let light into the room. But it's kind of got those, you know, it's beveled. You could maybe climb and peek up there.
You want me to look?
It's not a bad idea.
All right, I'm gonna just climb up and look.
Yep, you don't need to make any kind of roll or anything.
I'm gonna ping it just so people don't question that.
Yeah, smart to do. It's the start of the show.
So, I have a climbing speed. Don't worry about it.
Oh, look at you with your
Stop asking
climbing
questions.
speed. And it's also not a tough climb either. This is literally like a whoop, and kind of like lean on the windowsill to look inside, because it's a very small window.
Good.
You know, it's probably not more than 3 or 4 inches in width, but it's taller. And there's enough light for you to look inside, and this looks like it looks into like kind of Darth Vader. Looks kind of into a
okay?
A lounge or a bar or something. Against the right wall is a bunch of drinks and basically a home bar setup.
Good place to send a 13-year-old kid. Glad to
Good
see
place to
it.
send a 13-year-old kid. It's clearly not a bar. It's very much a home bar, but you know, even someone having a home bar in such a world is of note. But it is dark. There aren't places for flames to burn, for torches to be placed, or this person's probably a magician, those sort of thing. So you know, you can see inside. You can see inside, but what you notice is it's daytime and the lights aren't on, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Which in a place like Bastillion, this is the only window in. You're gonna turn your lights on.
Yeah. Don't see any creatures skittering about.
You know,
You do have some dark vision.
With that 20, you know, I'm gonna let that 20 flow a little further. You're just very aware right now. Maybe it's that half taco you ate yesterday really brewing in your gut. But
on edge a little bit.
Like right by the edge of the window. It's very hard for most people to see, but you're very good at peeking. You see just enough spider webs to be suspicious.
Not rats. Spiders.
Lovely.
I'm sorry, did you say spiders?
Spiders, and the lights are off. No one's in right now, but that doesn't mean that no one is in.
On account of the spiders.
Well, or maybe dead bodies, depending.
Ronan pulls out a crowbar.
Well, hold on. Before we break in, let me try one thing.
And that's not necessary anyways. And I just show thieves' tools as well.
I'm going to take out a letter,
away.
like paper. I'm going to write something down.
Okay.
It's just going to say, we know the boy is missing. We would like to discuss. And I'll include a copy of my business card. Slide it under the door.
Slide it under the door. You
I would
don't...
like to see how they react.
You don't notice... Like, you... And then you give it a bit, right? This is an area where you can kind of walk aside. You don't... Like, you can even see it under the door. It's never taken by anyone. That doesn't mean someone could have, like, stood over and read it, right? You would have put it face up so that someone could read it. But it's never picked up.
Can I have a look around this this building to see if there's any other entry or exits?
That's very hard to do in Bastillion. That involves
Okay.
climbing things to their entirety.
That
but
answers
this,
a lot of the questions.
But this is essentially an office apartment type thing. It would be very unlikely, but not impossible, but that would require so much searching. You could totally go and do it, but it'd take a long time and be hard.
Well,
You want me to do that while you guys wait out here? Yes. Okay.
Hold on a second.
while you do that, I'm gonna do the pulls out the chain again. I'm gonna do augury on
How-
if we should break the door down.
What are the walls
Don't
of this
break the
building
door.
made of?
Good question. The Spies Bastillion are mostly made of stone, though, if you had any stonemasonry blood in you, it's very hard to work out what stone.
Okay.
This is like smooth stone.
It's like
In
warped
some,
stone.
yeah, in some places it's rougher than others. In some places there's like metal beams that run through the stone. Some places there's wood. Some places there's glass. This is just smooth stone because this is like an office area. It is better maintained than most. It's like smooth and polished to a degree. There's some places where you could even see yourself in it.
My second question is, how thick, roughly, are these walls?
It's impossible to know other than the window you looked through, which gives you a really good way to know.
That was going to be my next
However,
point.
Nice.
here's
nice.
the question:
out
Am I
of
smart enough to know
wall-
a measurement?
Yeah,
sorry, go on.
you can do a hand. About
hand?
this far.
About this
it's,
far? Okay.
It's gonna be at least a foot and a half.
Okay.
I mean, this is the outer wall of a winter building, right?
What I would like to do then is cast a little spell as a ritual. As long as you guys don't mind waiting around 10 minutes.
Oh no, I'm doing a ritual.
Yeah,
now, so
everyone's
that
doing
works.
their rituals. It's fine.
And my
I
ritual is
would
searching
like
around
to
the building.
meld into stone into the wall and then remove myself on the other side of the wall.
You're gonna be eaten by spiders.
Yeah, this is a grand idea that we'll get back to in a second. First, let's... Caden, can you give me an investigation roll, please?
Yeah, it's a -2, so this is gonna
Yeah.
go really well.
I just like the idea that if like the answer to my augury is whoa, it's just like, oh, we shouldn't go.
Well, this is the thing. I'm gonna basically my like mechanics of casting spells. I'm basically drawing like some arcane things and stuff with chalk on the wall, and then I'm not gonna just fucking do it unless like until you're.
I
done.
love the idea of he's doing that and that's suspicious, but like Amelia just there like, move along. Nothing to see here.
Especially since he's
Because
doing
she's
that, and then
she's
next to him
noticeably a wizard of the college. This is fine. People probably just assume that they like you just need to get in because you're like a locksmith, like a magical locksmith kind of thing. So it's no suspicion at
like
all.
To be honest, why is that not Amelia's main business?
Because she wants
that's
to
a good
make
point,
more money
actually.
off people's woe.
Oh,
But
I just like that
locksmithing is literally that.
It's literally that.
yeah. Next
Look,
to like
side
him
business.
drawing
Look,
that.
we just need to open up to locksmithing as well. That's all I'm saying.
Theo's
Not a
drawing
bad
that.
idea.
Next to that is Ronan.
with the chain and the glowy eyes,
Around everything.
especially.
Yeah, that's a
looking
little
weird.
more suspicious. Caden, you easily zip up the side of the building, and one of the reasons why this is so hard is the street you're on has an overhang. So you kind of have to, and that's easy for you to do. You're like that guy at the climbing wall who's like, ladies, go for the big one. But once you get up there, it's very hard to tell what building is connected to which building, where each apartment ends and where, and like, you climb around for a bit just in case there's an obvious courtyard and stuff, and sometimes there are, like, hidden little courtyards where the sun burns down and stuff. The building, you know, when you've spent time outside of Bastillion, it's much easier to climb buildings and things, because this is just a weird place for it. But you come back down with no results. That's when both of you finish your rituals. You do get a reveal, a result of woe that, like last time, Ronan, when you cast a spell, you got an uncanny, pleasant feeling. This time you just get the feeling you're used to when you cast this spell, dread.
Yep.
Dread to the bottom of the stomach.
Yep. Oh, inside there is bad.
So I should open it up, yes?
So perhaps I should stop trying to get inside.
Oh, well, if it's more that if you do go inside, we should all go inside at the same time.
I'm gonna start working on this lock then.
I'm gonna stop working on this magic.
Pull out glaive, and noticeably when he pulls out the glaive, it's like not as long as the glaive should be, and then it just sort of like extends as he's pulling it out. Yeah, to the full length.
I'd like to open this lock, please, Ollie, without opening the door. Just
okay, that's a good. Yeah, it is a separate padlock.
Yeah.
So give me a thieves' tools check. Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a good padlock. This is well made. But without magic, a good padlock is only as good as a good padlock is, right? They all have flaws. You can work your tools in, click out the tumblers, all that sort of thing. Make me cough. And slip the padlock off and probably just pocket it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
We're making a key for that, and I'm getting a nice new padlock. I don't see any issue here. That's like 20 gold.
It's good work.
I'm just gonna take that padlock and put it
as
in.
he's like as he's like got the lock off before we open the door. I'm just gonna cast a little new cantrip there. So he holds the glaive forwards, and then he runs his forward hand along the blade, and it lights up the same sort of dark purple sort of gleam.
It's
and
the
now there's this
only
little
way.
trail in the air as he moves it. It's not massive, but it's there and it hangs in between.
What does it smell like?
Ooh.
It's just
absinthe.
Curiosity. Absinthe. Okay.
So the smells in the area sort of get absorbed into it.
Okay.
Yeah, not absinthe.
Absinthe.
No, absinthe.
Which is a very
good. It smells like black licorice. All right, I can get into it.
Okay. Do you want to open the door?
I'm just gonna quickly check to see if there are any immediate traps.
Oh, like check. Yep, that's a good idea. Give me a.
Don't do it before I open the lock. Just before the door. What is perception or investigation?
That's a good question. I really think it is usually more investigation for checking a trap, especially in this context.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say he was gonna be good at it.
No.
Although,
but you know, like this is a well-made door and it's already been padlocked, so it's reasonable to check for traps and that sort of thing. And you do actually notice a mechanism to check whether this door has been opened and tampered with, but it would not trigger any kind of traps. It's just for whoever owns the office to come back and check.
And does it look like something that I could reset?
Yeah, now that you've noticed it, you totally can. It's kind of like a little clockwork thing in the inside of the door hinge.
Then I will just disable that so that I can track kind of how I'm going to put it back when we leave.
I getcha.
And then I'm going to say, are we ready?
Try not to disturb things too much.
No promises.
All right. And Caden takes out both of his axes, his two-hand axes, and then just elbows the door open slowly and walks in ahead of everyone else.
Okay.
Yep. And Ronan's right behind him.
Yep.
That's nice to know.
I'm gonna cast light on my cane.
Yeah.
That's also nice to know. Because I realize I may not have given any of you sight.
Yeah,
which is
the door looks shut at the
big...
moment.
No, you have sight. Twitch chat can't see you. Why not? Why is this?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
Twitch chat, what's wrong with you?
Stop moving. I must troubleshoot. Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? This is why. I just gotta do a little deep dap doop. So how's your mother? No one's
Which
willing
one of us?
No one's willing to talk about their mothers. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. no small talk for me. Glad I didn't open the door before you all could. And away. That's the wrong part of the building.
Something disappeared, but it wasn't the door.
Yep, that's fine. That'll happen.
Was it the rest of the building?
Yeah,
It was like a wall.
Oh,
I fucked with a wall, sort of.
All right.
Go ahead, Caden.
All right. I'm gonna step in.
Oh, and let me give you the light, Theodore.
Please.
Is it 40-20?
It's 2020.
Yeah, that's 40-20. Thank you.
Now
Yes.
do we have dark vision?
You should.
Yeah, we can see pretty far.
There's also the light outside is opening.
Yeah, I just wanted to get to the point where I'm adjusting. Ronan, stay close. I'm gonna check this way.
There's a skittering in the distance and the stone walls. You can hear
I'll
scrabbling
hold
feet.
this way.
All right.
Yell if there's anything.
All right. I see something.
Okay, please pause. Please pause your movement tools.
Enter.
Well, that I said pause. I didn't mean you would take it that literally. Yeah, what you see in the distance, Caden, is hard to describe, and it's at the very edge of your vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see it literally as it's starting to scrabble around the door. It's small size in D&D terms, so kind of the same sort of silhouette of something like a giant rat. In your dark vision, you're seeing it in black and white. But even in black and white, you can see vastly different tones about its body. It's kind of mottled, kind of marbled. Its front arms that it's running with are more humanoid. The back ones are more almost rat-like.
No.
The kind of at the neck, there's small, like almost vestigial crawling arms. But they aren't symmetrical. This isn't a symmetrical creature. It looks at you with more eyes on one side of the head than the other. And it's actually quite a difficult thing for you to behold. Can you give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an intelligence save.
That is not my strong suit.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
bad. Oh, that's bad.
Okay, please give me initiative rolls, everyone.
Oh, that's bad.
Including me. Just
Yeah.
out of curiosity, okay.
You're gonna roll initiative, but you're not gonna like it.
Well, I'm not surprised.
It's okay. We all rolled shite.
Oh, good use of shite. Not something I say. I say it quite often, actually, for my other job. Caden, the reason why everyone else would spark to attention is they would be able to hear you like freeze up. You're actually paralyzed. This is such an otherworldly fear. It goes beyond, like you are just completely frozen, not quite understanding what you're seeing, actually.
I rolled a 2 on that initiative, and like I'm just annoyed.
Uh-oh.
Like I have a +6 to initiative. And
Holy shit, you
So-
did.
Amelia, what would you like to do? Also, for some reason, Caden... Okay, Caden... I was going to say Caden doesn't have a name. He does. It's fine.
I do.
It's fine. I fixed it.
How dare you?
Here. I am going to cast Protection from Good and Evil.
Ooh!
on Caden.
Ooh.
So you get to re-roll your save, I'm pretty sure.
Is this one of those types of creatures? Because I think if not,
a abjuration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
I'll allow it, even though, it's paralysis. It was basically fear paralysis, so I'll let you reroll. So, advantage with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Yes.
I'll roll that again, but I'm kind of sad because 15 might have actually been enough.
Never mind! You don't
Okay.
actually re-roll, you just have
just
advantage
ends.
next time.
Okay,
Oh, that's a shame.
that is a shame because I just rolled 2 really nice ones.
I know, they was really good, but that's fine.
Would have.
And if the creature attacks you, it has disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you'll be able to get that roll that at the end of your next turn.
All right.
But that's a really good one. Do you want to describe that real quick, Amelia? I know it's like a basic abjuration from you.
Yeah, of course. It's very shimmery. It kind of just like it's almost like this like ray of light kind of lands on you, just kind of settles over your skin. You're a shiny boy.
I can't tell right now. I'm very paralyzed.
Ronan!
Okay. Do I hear anything coming from this direction at all?
You can hear skittering, and as skittering is, it sounds like it's coming from all directions. Aside from behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna look down that way. I don't know he's paralyzed yet. I'm gonna assume he's okay, because
Doing fine. Don't worry about it.
realistically, the idea is to protect the squishies.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm actually going to get ready, and you. Oh, wait a second.
Door!
Door. No. Okay. I'm just gonna
For some reason, Tesh is
use my
really small.
bonus. Ooh.
on
just
the battle
low.
screen, you're just like a dwarf.
He's very low.
You're very low down, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me fix
Oh, I
that.
am too. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird. The amount of space you're cutting off on my camera on that one is insane.
I know! I fixed it. That was really weird.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use Tunnel Fighter and get ready for whatever's coming in this direction to stop anything
Oh!
from pincering us.
Neat.
Yep. So he sort of does a full-on sort of stance, prepares, and then he sits almost perfectly still, just waiting.
Yes. Yes. Theodore!
All right. The first thing I'm gonna do is produce my shield.
Oh, so
which
that's
is
an
kind
action.
of like,
Yep.
well, it's an item interaction.
No, equipping a shield is an action.
So shield is an action, yeah.
Oh, then fuck it,
Unless
I
you
don't
want to
need
have a
shield.
buckler, which is a bonus action, but only gives +1 AC.
Then whatever. That's fine. I don't equip a shield. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15.
Oh, well, okay.
All right, so there's nothing over there. So then I'm gonna use my action to dash.
I love the idea of just
Okay,
he
okay.
gets ready and then he runs past like, what, really?
I even like the idea of Theo kind of looking back and realize that Ronan is just solid in place, being like, you know what, I'm going to go back over that way. Backtrack.
That's all I'm doing.
I'm sure there's never been any issue with bunching up in a line like this. Ever.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
not at
it's
all.
fine.
Hayden, can you please give me an intelligence roll with advantage?
That's another
Really
natural
good.
20.
You just managed to sort of snap out of it. There's a little bit of help from the magic. You can still see this creature. It is looking back at you. You think it's very hard to tell with its very alien eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But that is at the end of your turn.
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh. Here we go. We find out how many there are. As like 20 of them just appear out of nowhere.
Disappeared from my view.
Disappeared from your view.
It's leaving. Running down the hall.
Nothing this way yet.
It just went to the left. Or right down the hall. Came from the left, my apologies.
I got one
Ronan,
down
I'm going to
here.
need you to give me an intelligence check.
Oh, yeah, I don't get to say
Saving.
that.
Save!
Saving throw,
Save!
yeah.
Save!
Hey, if I had to make it a save, you have to make it a save.
Unfortunately, that's not quite good enough. You
Pretty
see
sure
this
it was
thing.
15.
You see this thing.
That's high.
Wow.
You see
we're level
it's
7,
That's true, yeah.
Now you don't know this. This is same shape, but the features are different from the one that Caden saw. It is a jumbled mess of animals. This one's almost more lobsterish. It still has grasping feelers and grabbers and a toothy maw. But just setting eyes on it instantly makes you freeze up, which means as it continues dashing, it doesn't get to attack you this turn, but it does get right up to you. Now, Theo, you can also see it, so please give me an intelligence save. I'll give you a little paralysis symbol. You're also... no, it's even worse for Theo, because he's like bunched up in his corridor. He looks back and he just sees this thing and just like... like the life leaves him.
I'm glad we're such an intelligent bunch, everybody.
Yeah,
I'm really glad
Amelia's
that this
just like,
was
"Oh,
the
fucking
first
God."
combat that we've interacted
That's
with.
what we have Amelia for.
You get protection from good and evil. You
Speaking
get protection
of-
from good and evil.
Amelia.
Concentration.
It is
Oh,
concentration.
fuck.
Okay, you snapped Caden out of it.
You snapped me out of it at this point. I'm good.
And Theo's light still remains casting, which is useful.
I don't need the disadvantage against me. I don't need it. Other people need to be not paralyzed more than I need that, so.
You need to give me an
but
intelligence.
It's not a sure thing, right?
You need to give me an
Like,
intelligence
has
save,
to be
Miss Amelia, please.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Yes.
Save?
Oh, my internet
Sorry, you're cutting
is...
out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it. My computer eats ass.
I
Oh,
rolled
damn it.
terribly. I rolled a 3.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Are your dice not on?
I have to enable them, yeah.
It just goes to show how disturbing this creature is. It's one of those things where I will never be able to put it into words how shifting and aberrant and alien this thing is. And the fact that you can hear more of them in the walls.
Do you guys need some help back there?
You get no response.
I was like, no one says anything.
Ronan, can you give me an intelligence save?
I can. You're not going to like it. Well, maybe you will like it.
Yeah. Oh,
It was so close! It was so close!
Tasty. Theo, intelligence save me, boy.
We made a mistake telling him what our dump stat was.
Anyone? Anyone?
No.
You can look. You can even look back and see them all frozen in fear as you hear skittering all over the place.
Well, shit. I'm gonna move this way, and I'm actually gonna take Theo and push him back with me.
Push him back. That's gonna be like one
push
thing
him.
of
I'm gonna
difficult,
push him
but-
to here.
Okay, like there. Oh,
Yeah,
you're inserted into him. Oh. Okay,
should be
it's
not
good.
inserted into him anymore.
Yeah.
I had to
I don't
move
know.
to here, and it was double for 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be that's all of my movement. But I'm gonna dash, so I'm just gonna run over here, and I have 2, 3, that many, and that's my turn.
Oakley dokley, the creature is going to immediately whip around and attack at you.
Yep, good. Trying to hit a 16.
Trying to hit a 16. Ooh, I hit a 20.
Very nice.
It does have disadvantage on the attack roll.
You are right. Let me roll that again. It got higher.
That's fine. I'm
This
not worried
thing
about that.
immediately starts... it actually attacks very similar to a giant rat in that it's kind of like biting and clawing at your legs. As it swipes at you, it's going to deal 8 bludgeoning damage. But that kind of, as it gets to that position, the feelers and grabbers, like, they elongate and stretch and grip, and it's going to then make a bite attack, which completely misses. It's one of those things where you can even see it being held back by the shimmery warding magic.
Yeah.
It's then going to make a swipe attack again and miss.
Cool.
Great.
I would really like it if all of you weren't standing paralyzed right now.
I think everyone would like that.
Amelia,
Yeah.
can you give me an
Yeah, I'd like that
intelligence
too.
save, please?
Yeah. There
Oh,
we go.
golden.
Oh, beauty.
It's the end of your turn, but you're good.
Okay.
Ronan, save me. Save yourself.
Save
Save the Ronan, save the world.
Oh, baby!
There you
Twinsies!
go.
You want to know the best
Twinsies.
part about that? Sentinel's active, bitch.
Sentinel is active. Oh, no.
That's very ominous because I don't know exactly what that means.
If anything, it makes an
Steps
attack
out.
within my attack range. I get a
Yeah.
reaction against it. I
Yeah.
don't.
You
think I
get to
activate Tunnel
use your
Fighter.
reaction.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah,
Tunnel
See,
Fighter
If I
is
have Tunnel
separate.
Fighter, I have
Yeah.
unlimited reactions.
Well, no, you have unlimited opportunity attacks. not
Opportunity
unlimited.
attacks are separate.
Okay, opportunity
but
attacks.
Different.
Yes,
they are
it's,
different.
they still synergize amazingly well.
Yes. But they are distinct things.
But you know who doesn't synergize well is Theo. Please give me an intelligence save. Yeah, it is good
The
that you
dichotomy.
pushed him because he is 100% frozen.
Yeah.
Theo.exe has stopped working.
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
get back to that in a second. But first, Caden. Ronan has got back into fighting spirits, so you have advantage on this creature between the two of you.
Yeah, I am gonna swing with my main hand here.
That's right, you have 2 axes.
That is.
Well, you have
correct.
more than 2 axes.
I do have more than 2 axes. I'm using 2 axes presently. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit, even though I described this one as kind of lobster-esque. It's almost like a soft-shelled lobster.
Okay.
So it hacks down. It doesn't even really seem to try and stop you, but you just attack down at this thing with an incredible brutality. There's no style, there's no grace. It's just 100% stomps.
An axe in this thing's face.
And it's an axe in the back, and what
Yeah.
splurts out isn't really blood, and it kind of like, it splurts out and then stretches back in.
Very
Gross.
cool.
I'm gonna attack at it again with my main hand, using my extra attack as a fighter.
That's a hit.
Dealing much better damage, 12 damage that time.
12 damage is really good. Like, this is a small thing. You can tell
Yeah.
that you have nearly brought this thing to a heel. It's not exactly starting to move like an injured creature, but even though you've nearly hacked, like, basically its entire back thigh off, like you were butchering a piece of meat, it's
Yeah.
still moving, and it's like dragging it along behind it.
Then I'm gonna swing again. 17.
Oh, that's right. Yes, of course. That is a hit.
Yeah.
I was
Which
like, why
will-
does your mom
which
let you
will-
have 3 attacks?
Which will deal an additional 8 damage there.
Which brings the creature down instantly. It's just one of those things, it keeps
Nice.
trying to get away, and it is fast, you're faster.
Yeah. Ronan, protect Theo. And I'm gonna block here and step in.
Bam.
That's my turn.
Blockers. Okay. Caden.
Yep.
You're gonna get swiped at.
Yep.
It's gonna deal 5 bludgeoning, and this one, is actually the one you saw at first. Now, you're seeing it in the light. I didn't even describe that. These are incredibly garish, but they're not just one color. They're a marbled, almost tie-dyed mix of colors that do not go together and should not naturally form together either. It manages to swipe on, and just like the other one, this one had the kind of grasping arms. It just grabs, and that lets it go in for a bite.
Amelia,
But it
what are
misses.
these creatures?
It misses, and we'll go for another slam that the protection is doing a really good job, which means that actually does narrow down what they are quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other ones are going
don't
to attack a defenseless Theo. Now, what happens when you attack someone who's paralyzed? You know, you think when Ollie makes an encounter based around paralysis, he'd look that up in advance.
No, that seems way too
Well,
involved.
also
Just
because it
advantage.
attacks Theo.
Yeah! You get to attack at it, and that's gonna hit. Oh, that's really
Very
good.
nice. Very
So this one, again, another jumbled, garbled mix of creatures. This one kind of has some more tentacle, octopus-like features, but also dog-like. There are all this, like, dog giant rat shape. It is going to slam itself into Theo with its tentacles kind of wiggling and expanding. You can just swing down at it, cut it. It doesn't stop it. It's going to deal 3 bludgeoning damage to Theo.
I'll take the damage with my projected ward.
What?
You
Oh,
love to
shit.
see it.
What?
Oh, shit.
You love to see it.
That's brilliant. It is then going to bite at Theo, which rolled off a 20. Still a hit. The bite does a little more damage. It's going to be a 6 damage. Are you going to protect that as well? Ah, it's your
I don't
reaction.
think I can,
Yeah,
because
you
my
can only do it
reaction,
once.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Theo's going to take
That's
that
cool.
6, and then it's going to slam again, which actually misses. Amelia.
Gonna move. I am going to try to cast a spell magic and see if that works.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's worth a try.
Yeah,
Right.
that's really neat. That's really neat at all. The light goes out in the room. And Theo is still frozen in place.
Oh no! It was so worth a try.
It was totally worth a
Me?
try.
Are you targeting me or the staff?
Targeting you.
Well, the light should go out, but
You know what?
Oh, well.
I'm not typing it back in again. Yeah, this is like just, and like you could probably, I think Theo would be mumbling to himself, like wide-eyed at this moment. It's one of those things where like it's almost fear taken to the level of like insanity, right? Good hustle, bad result. Ronan, it's your turn.
Okay. So, as if it, like continuing the attack that he hit that one for, he's gonna
Step to the side.
slide over.
Yes.
Yep.
The advantage wheel returns.
yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna do blap. Blap. Because that first one.
First one is a miss, the second one is a hit.
Yep. Cool.
At this point, when it's clear that you are a bigger threat, even though these things aren't attacking like a regular creature of their size, it does kind of snap away to like, it kind of rolls and becomes like a gelatinous, boneless blob, moves to the side, you just swing down again at it.
Yeah, and then I'm actually going to
scrunching
move
down.
back here,
Yeah.
and I'm going to activate Tunnel Fighter.
Yeah.
This is too big brain for me to keep up with, so you're just going to have to do it for me.
Yep, yep. If anything moves within my 10-foot reach, I get an attack of opportunity at it.
Oh! Theo, can you give me an intelligence save?
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah!
Oh,
Is that enough?
oh,
Yeah.
yes!
Oh,
Beautiful.
I missed it.
Great.
I missed it by
14.
1.
I'm signed just in time for this combat to be over.
You snap back to reality. You're in a different place than you were before.
Oop, there goes gravity.
You're seeing, you're seeing these creatures. No doubt creatures from another world. Not exactly the kind you've been prepared for either. A fear that ran deeper with you than most because you thought you'd be more ready than this.
I'm gonna tell you right now that was straight up PTSD.
Yeah!
Yep.
Absolutely!
That is
Caden!
I'm
Everyone
attacking
is now
this boy.
conscious.
This boy in front of me. Ronan's got the other
This
one
boy in front of me, he stole my heart.
Ooh, I don't know.
This boy
14?
in front of me, I wanna. Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Well, not great damage. 6 damage.
Not great damage, he says.
And then
That's a hit.
15.
Yes.
8 damage.
Yes.
And then one more attack with the offhand. Yeah,
Yeah!
there's the good roll.
The offhand. It's always the offhand.
And 6
You
6
don't
damage.
bring this creature down in one full flurry of attacks. But you are, you are holding it in position, right? That's one of those things. Every time it would skitter forward, you can slam it into the wall, essentially.
Yeah.
These things are surprisingly light. Like they have hollow bones.
Caden is too stupid to know fear. So he's just standing firm at this point.
Yeah, also
man.
also the magic.
Yeah. He doesn't know. He doesn't think he's got magic on him right now.
Holy
he was
shit.
paralyzed for that moment.
Caden is gonna get attacked. For once they missed the first attack.
That's weird.
And the second, actually. So you are perfectly keeping it at bay every time this thing, like, snaps forward. And, you've cut open the creature so much. The areas you've cut and flayed the flesh, more teeth are growing to make it just bite more efficiently. But it's not letting out any kind of bark. It's just noise kind of channeling through the holes in the body. But you can keep it in place pretty well. This beastie boy is going to bite Ronan. We'll slam into Ronan. Ronan, what's your AC?
No, never mind. Then I can't do that. I thought you were going to say the other way around.
You naughty boy. What's your AC?
I wasted a high roll, so it's my I
That's
deserve
your
it.
penance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your AC, Ronan?
16.
Twinsies.
1 too high. I thought yours was 15, Will.
Nope, 16.
Nope.
Well, you know what? That's fine. It hits the second time. Congrats. It's going to be a 4 damage slam, which allows it to attempt to bite, which does not get through your armor. So it grabs up to you with the tendrils grabbing, and it just starts gnawing. Luckily, you are wearing just tough ass metal black armor, metal in both senses of the word, and it just can't get through. Amelia.
You guys got the rest of this. 5, 10, 15.
Are you just gonna wander off?
Yep.
No, I'm gonna put that one in a bag. Scoop it up.
Nice.
Oh, good idea.
Goop
yeah,
the goop.
Absolutely.
We're back. This is what I was waiting for with Sundays. We're back.
That's right.
Wheel of
we've
advantage and scoop the goop. It's back.
scooped the goop and head bag.
Scoop the goop was never a thing.
Scoop the goop was very much a Narashiro Knights thing.
It's a thing that happened a lot.
Yeah.
It was never a thing. Excellent.
We need a head bag.
Ronan.
Okay, well, I'm going to attack this one here.
Those two are hits.
Only one of them's an actual roll. The first
Yeah.
one was
The mistake.
I saw
As much
2
as I'd
dice,
like-
and that's because you rolled with advantage. You know,
Yes.
the alien brain.
Yep. I'm gonna assume
That's
that
also a
hits.
hit, yeah, and you needed that because the first one wasn't a kill, but this one is. Just kind of stabbing
I like
down
that.
at
Like
me.
it's like jumped up to bite him. He's doing the thing where he's holding it on the pole, and he just.
Exactly, right. Fillet it like a blooming
Yep.
onion.
And then I'm going to activate Tunnel
Visceral.
Fighter again. So he's just go back to his Tunnel Fighter stance.
Theo!
A magic missile, the other one.
Oh!
He comes back and
Just can't
Please
miss.
describe this.
Oh, it rolled it. Whatever. Yeah, so I just come back and literally just... My magic missiles are very arcane. And, like, they don't have, like, a fancy shape. Like, they don't look like elephants or anything. Because I know
No.
you get to choose what they look like. They just come out as, like, pointed, purple-ass, magic-ass
Yeah,
missiles.
that's all
They
I
are
needed to
the
know.
Classic purple.
They're
ass
classic
magic.
purple
love
magic
this.
missiles being cast by a priest. You just also only rolled 1 of 3, by the way, so you're going to want to roll 2 more.
Welcome back, old man.
oh,
Like a
he's awake.
balloon filled with custard. The
Glad to have
creature
you join us.
Explodes across the walls.
Delicious.
And this is a great place to take a little break. In case anyone was feeling peckish, this is an amazing time to grab a snack or stay hydrated or to use exclamation mark Schism in chat and bookmark the Schism
Yay.
Kickstarter. That, it might be a good little idea. We'll be back in a few minionotos. That's... Oh, the intro's playing again! God damn it, Ollie. I'm not smart.